Hello, good people. This is my first instructional video, and today I'm going to be doing a jungle biome on Predator Strain solo, and I'm going to narrate live my thinking, what's happening, the method I'm using to really get this done. There's only a couple ways that you can get this done, and it has to be semi-meta. These enemies are not great. And by not great, I mean they're just difficult to fight. They're the hardest enemies in the game. As you can see, I do have a preference here for weapons. No weapon is better than another weapon in my mind. It just depends on the user. This is true for almost everything in life as well. You can't blame the car, you can blame the driver. So I'm trying to think right now what is best, and it's only down to a couple options. We are moving very quickly. I'm tempted not to take this. Okay, we're going to do the Scorcher, and we need the ultimatum. We need the ultimatum because of heavies. We're running a build that is not very heavy-centric to kill heavies, and it's going to be a problem quite quickly, as you'll see. Now, I don't normally even like doing solo, so this should be quite interesting for today. This map terrain is extremely fucked up. This is probably one of the hardest things you can do. Now, this game does provide an out for you, in a way. And what I mean by that is speed. So, given I'm just going for objectives and not sides, we're going to be going as fast as humanly possible. Okay. Now, I'm choosing gas grenades because I need to run away. So I need to be thinking of things that I can use while running away. We are not sticking around. Gas is preferred. Okay, and gas is also the grenades I use. So now we could do a couple things here. We could do grenade launcher because we currently have a flamethrower, which is probably equally as good. The ammo economy on this is not as great, and we kind of need something very fast. We need to be killing things extremely quickly. So that's, it's going to be the stalwart, only because I have to be able to reload and run at the same time. Again, we are very quick. I am wearing health armor, and what I mean by that is this provides +2 stims. Okay, also very important because we are running and stimming quite a lot. I'm going to do dead sprint. I need to be able to move constantly.
Launch initiated.
And this is live. This is not pre-recorded, so you might get to witness some interesting applications here. And if anyone actually watches this, I would like to know if you want more live narration. I could do quite a lot of 4-man teams, random dropping, doing strategies, tactics, general things I like to do in the game to be better or to perform better. As you can see, I'm a psycho and I turn off the music. I know that's not as democratic, but typically I have music playing because I have ADHD brain. I don't have ADHD, but you understand the meme here. So immediately I'm going to drop my shit, but actually I'm going to drop the mines. I don't want them sneaking up on me, and the gas comes back so quickly, you just spawn and throw it. So that'll cover me, because they're going to be coming from that direction. And we're also assaulting that direction, so it kind of is a twofer, right? I can call my shit, see look, I can call my shit in, it's not going to be a problem. You also see me crouch a lot, it's to prevent sway, so it's less sway. As expected, we're going to keep running. Throw a gas, no big deal. Now, this is a very guerrilla warfare type of way to play. I'm jumping through here because I have eyes. Stimming, Gas grenading. Gas grenade. Gas grenade. Stimming. Stimming. God, there's a lot in this one. I'm gonna ultimate him just right above. It should work. So that's 51 of 60. That'll be alright. We're gonna need resupply because we're out. Reloading. This is gonna be a problem. But his pathing is kind of... He's not gonna be able to really get me behind this rock. I don't mind bullying NPCs like this. Okay. We're gonna pick this up. Stim. Reload. So with the ultimatum, you really want like a wide angle with your shots. You eventually get the arc down, or you start understanding where the arc is. We're gonna just go and finish this nest here. I can't really see myself getting in here after this. So 31 each. We have 3 lives. That's the hardest one right there. They're grouping up, which is not the best, and I still have to get to the my shit, but it shouldn't be a problem. So with fire, you kind of shoot away from yourself. Yeah, so this is a significant problem, but again, we have gas and grenades, like we planned, so I'm just free to run away. You see I'm taking advantage of dead sprint, and I'm just going to heal. We're also going to go pick up that resupply, and you know, this is all set, you're setting yourself up, right? You're setting yourself up so you can kind of get out of places easier, move around. It may seem like I'm sticking around too long, but again, you know, it's all about the setups. So we're good here. We immediately go for this one, and I'll hit this one last because it's closer to the extract. And again, we're just going to be running. Just getting out of here. I don't mind a non-deathless run. I mean, I'm not going to claim that I could solo the world here. You know, just you can get better at the game just by pure tactics like that, you know. The game gives you a tool set and you're able to plan out accordingly. The run and gun approach is essentially all you can do on level 10 on Predator Strain. And in most of my clips on this channel, it appears like I like bugs primarily, but I don't. Typically, I do bots, and if I feel frisky, I'll do Illuminate. So yeah, no one's aggroed on us, so we're able to kind of just walk over here. The fog is going to seek to help us a little bit, keep us concealed. And right here, Stalker lair, not the best. Trying to get to high ground, but that didn't work out very well. Stalkers are pieces of shit, and they deserve to die. Throwing mines. That bug breach is actually probably going to help us out, because they're behind us now. Jesus. Oh my god. As you can see, you could die pretty quickly in this. Makes it quite difficult. So we have 2 lives. Not ideal. Okay. So
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
okay. Got it. This game is a game of distance. You have to remember that always. So you're gonna need to keep your distance always on these enemies. Especially Predator Strain, they get quite close. This is my first game of the day, so, you know, quite a warm-up.
Say hello to democracy! Last reload.
Yeah, again, it's all distance. I'm gonna get off a resupply, and I'm also gonna get off gas mines again. And I could probably have skipped that resupply, but I need health. And why I'm saying I could have skipped the resupply is you could just call in another support weapon instead of a resupply. You use your stalwart all the way, and then you just call in another one. So, big guy, easy, ultimatum. And you want to have kind of a, I think of it like an obtuse angle type of shot, like right there.
Have a taste of democracy!
You could get behind it. And you know, the goal is a mission complete, not survival. All right. The democracy will live on. We don't need to get out of this alive. And we probably won't, but at least if we could get a mission accomplished, it'll be fine. Predator Strain is difficult even with 4 people. And anyone who's like, oh, this game's easy, they're fucking with you, right? I mean, the game is very difficult. And no matter how long you play, I mean, the enemies, they will get you sometimes, and there's nothing you can really do about it. As a duo, how I would kind of run this is just stick it next to your buddy. You know, you can run a heavy machine gun with a supply pack, and then mines or sentries. And really, the use of mines, you see the gas mines are already almost back again. So, the gas strike and gas mines are very, very good at keeping these bugs away from you. And the logic here would not change regardless of the mission type. The eggs are easy as a quick demonstration, but if there was objectives we actually had to do, it still wouldn't be too difficult. Primarily because of tactics like this. You see, if I throw mines in here as well, they will activate. So, a little bug breach. Light work. So we have nothing to take out the heavy. We're about to be out of bounds. It's alright. Yeah, figured as much.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Probably a mistake, but we'll go for the extracts. We'll see if we could do it. So very close calling on the gas because it takes a second. So we did get that shot off on him. Ah, man. You see, you just get overwhelmed so quickly, it doesn't really matter what you do. We're leaving our stuff. We're gonna just try and get as far away from them as possible. Now you might say, why leave the stalwart? Yeah, we're just gonna get flanked over there. There's just not really too much room. A lot of the survivability in this game comes down to the terrain. You know, if you pinch yourself into a corner, you're not gonna be really doing that well. And the key again is just movement. You wanna keep moving. Okay, he doesn't see us. So yeah, we're gonna try and get out of here. There's so I immediately see shriekers over there, and they might aggro, they might not aggro. They probably will. It looks like there's also a spore tower. So we'll see if we even get this extract off. But for Predator Strain, a solo mission accomplished is a mission accomplished for me. I'm not too picky in that regard. You know, if I'm playing with 4 people, we'll do map clears, obviously. We have more lives, more firepower, generally easier. Now, there's a couple things I could do here. My build is not set up for defense, but I am going to throw... Okay. I'll take this out. I kind of have to. Really high arc will get it. I know I'm on top of the gas mines, but don't worry about it.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Fire in the hole.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Alright. That's a problem.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available. Helldiver KIA deploying replacement. Request approved. Reinforcements have been
Yeah.
launched.
Not the best.
What injury?
You see how fucked up this is?
Objective critical stratagem no longer available. Gas strike incoming. Sending down support weapon.
as you can see, quite difficult.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Democracy has landed.
Two minutes is absurd.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes.
I'm gonna use the body as a shield, but it's not quite working out well because of this impaler. Now, it's a good example to show just understanding the pathing of the enemies, but I am lighting myself on fire here, and I'm dead, so you see, no matter how well you could do with distancing yourself from these enemies, it is very easy to get overwhelmed in this game. To a point where it's almost impossible, as you saw. The lock-in level I had to pull out of my ass there is immense. It's actually surprising I even made it that long, right? So, Predator Strain, not so easy to do solo. You could do stealth. I mean, stealth is an option, but it works way better on bots. Bots is probably the easiest thing to do solo. So. Still 280 kills. I'll take that. We'll do another run, and we can see. So I could use fully upgraded weapons. I could do, you know, standard, like level 1. Let's see how this works. Yeah, there's a couple options here. I mean, Cookout's good. Breaker is probably what I'm using. We'll do an actual mission, not a speed run, and I'll see if I can just hold out. All right. I don't do solos ever, so it's as new to me as it is to you. But the logic here applies the same. So we're gonna want a heavy. Actually, we don't need a heavy option. We have an ultimatum, so we need an ammo option. And we also. So for eradicates, I find that flamethrower, sentry's good, gas is good, and you know, Tesla tower is an option. Really, we're gonna do EMS mortar. So EMS mortar on every faction is an underplayed strategy. Really, you can stun from a distance, and you kind of have free range to run, get out. It's a card in your deck that you really have a lot of use cases for, and you'll notice during this eradicate mission as well. So obviously you're gonna want to call in everything right off the gate. We'll see where they're coming from. Yeah, so there's the mines. Mortar's going kind of this direction. This will be right here. It's fine there. Little use of gas grenades. Just some extra. They're firing mortars, which isn't my favorite, but it'll be alright. You know, and make use of the ammo around you, right? I mean, there's grenades here. You just pick them up, throw them, use them. See, and look, the EMS is keeping them in the gas, so. It is truly an underplayed stratagem there. And the breaker, when you're using the breaker, just bring a supply pack. And really, if you're just in general playing this game, I found supply pack is just so useful. So I bet you like that was probably funny, the quick draw on the heavy. There's certain things you get used to with enough time played where, you know, I'm guarding my EMS there. There's a stinky boy now. Same deal.
Have a taste of democracy.
And we're gonna just back up.
Deploying minefield. Stand clear.
So really, when this shit happens, you just want to back up. And look, see, I'm jumping away from them. You need distance. You always need distance. So the key in this game is just understanding where the enemy is right now. So I know they're coming here, so I could just throw a gas grenade. It's fine. I know they're going to be right behind me. I could throw a gas right there. You know, there he is.
Last reload.
So I know a general direction. There's an ultimatum for you. And it's really about controlling distance. Like, the bugs are going to flow similar to water, right? Where's the opening? We have opening here, opening here. They're going to come that direction. You know, I'm going to use the support pack.
Deploying sentry.
And we're going to throw the mortar away. We want it out of danger. Behind the wall's good. The enemies want to accidentally run over there. They're too busy with me.
Get some. Get some. Last reload.
There's a twofer right there.
Like the taste of freedom.
Yeah, and you really don't want to conserve your ammo. That's why I run supply pack, is I could just lay down some hate on him. Oh my god. Ah, I hate them so much. That's quite unfortunate.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Little impaler kill. We have an ultimatum, so not a problem. Again, ultimatum, it's always in my loadout. It's always in my loadout. There's a couple things you don't want to leave home without, and even when I'm in a squad, I tend to run off on my own a lot. Yeah, these mortars are kind of annoying. This is the most annoying setup in this game, is this current thing I'm doing right now. Impaler, that's an ultimatum shot. Not dead? Cool. And obviously I'm moving toward the direction of my supply pack. I really don't want to call in another one. I'm reloading since I'm here. I'm going to pick up loose ammo. And you know, a huge part of my success really in this game is, again, just you got to know what you have to use, right? How much ammo you have. What's your arsenal look like? Because the game doesn't have to be too hard. I mean, these stalkers are pieces of shit. Like this. But we survived somehow. We go on living. And I'm doing so much quick swapping here between weapons and shit that it's actually glitching out my... Sometimes No, it doesn't fire and other stuff. Throwing gas grenades, obviously I need to get out. I'm going to use my support pack. I'm actually going to run back into the center and pick up a resupply. Or, you know, throwing another one is an option. You want to just throw supply as much as possible. You know, you have firepower. You need to be able to use it. So the ammo should not be conserved. It should just be added. Always, always use your ammo. Use your weapons. You know, I'm not saving my ultimatums. I'm using them. Another thing is if you're playing with a group, you could just pick up and fill your supply pack. You know, if your teammates aren't responsive, just steal supplies. And this is obviously going to be a gas moment. I'm getting kind of connected, surrounded here. And I am going to use a supply pack for this ultimatum. Killing the bile is very important. And he's not dead, so that happens sometimes. I know the past few shots have been insta-kills, but it really is random sometimes with these guys. And we're going to throw another gas. You know, that bile is not doing us any favors here. And we're just stimming like crackheads.
Roger. Pelican 1 will re-attempt pickup at extraction zone. Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
And look at that, just like that. No biggie.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent. Victory was never in doubt.
Trying not to repeat myself, obviously, but this game gets takes your brain, takes a lot of focus, but we'll see. So only one more operation left before we've done an entire operation solo. So far on the clock it's 33 minutes, so we're going to be under an hour for an entire operation. That's not too bad. This one I probably fail. For a couple reasons. There's more than likely going to be too many enemies for me to even handle. We can go over some of the logic here that I have. If this is escorting civilians, this could be very, very difficult. Now, there's some alternatives. If I use a laser weapon, I don't have to worry about ammo conservation, but less firepower. So, you know, breaker is good, as you see, but you run out of ammo very quickly, and that could be a problem. Neither of these guns do enough damage to justify bringing them. Obviously, I'm almost tempted to use the Plas Scorcher, mainly for the spread. And this gun is very good. I just haven't used it since they added attachments. You know, stunning is good for Predator Strain, but the damage output is still not there. Not solo, anyway. Adjudicator is one of my favorite weapons. This is usually what I use. I don't know why the vertical foregrip was off of this, and the compensator. But we are going to go ahead and be lore accurate, alright? I am going to use the adjudicator because I hate myself. What is this one? Yeah, it's evacuation. So, you know, part of me actually feels like this is... I'm going to regret the adjudicator. We're going to go to the scythe. And that might seem like a fucked up idea, and it is. Now the Blitzer is also an option, but it, again, not enough damage output. Not solo anyway. If you're with a 4-man, not too much of a. It's not that big of a deal with a 4-man. You could use anything on a 4-man, but for this, it's going to be sentries, believe it or not. And this is I'm going to die. I hope you know this. I am not John Helldiver. I'm tempted to bring a supply pack. It has to be either an Emancipator. That's probably good. Theory crafting really quickly. Need this. Need this. Need this. Okay. So. Alright. Gas is very good to keep them away. Gas mines is almost to bring it every time. EMS mortars almost bring it every time. Gatling. I'm tempted to switch the Gatling out with a Quasar or an EAT. Flamethrower would be pretty decent, but again, I'm solo here. There's not much I can do about this. Orbital Napalm. It's 205-second respawn. We're probably switching the. No, we're not. We're not switching the Gatling.
Launch initiated.
So I'm conflicted even now, even as I'm doing a video about strategy. So we know the enemy. We know what they're going to do. I know I have limited lives, limited health. The scythe might have been a regret of mine, but we'll take this actually.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
We're going to be throwing gas grenades. I don't want to get flanked while doing this.
Fire in the hole.
So that's a good option if you don't want any enemies sneaking up on you. I can't believe we even spawned here.
Hellbomb arm. Clear the area.
Gonna need that guard dog fucking immediately.
Deploying equipment package.
As you can see, I have a camo scythe. It's very good for the aesthetic, you know, the Viper Commando aesthetic. And that's what we're about here, really, is aesthetics. Who needs tactics when you have
Tagging map.
cool looking shit? Now this is a very good combo. The burn rate on the scythe and the gas keeps them distracted, and you can do more DPS a second. Before I make the mistake, you want to call in resupplies literally as much as possible, especially if you're solo. We also don't have max. We need grenades and stems, two very important things.
Last loop.
Anyway, your reaction to certain things like that is dependent on how quickly you can assess a problem. And they're doing a breach. So that's mines. We're not going to waste the Gatling. We need the Gatling.
Deploying sentry.
I threw the mortar away from here because I don't want it getting destroyed. I'm aware that streakers are probably dive bombing me, but I'm ignoring it.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Not the best throw, but it's fine. Now remember, Guard Dog and Scythe are an incredible combo. And I just want to get out of here before they spawn, really.
One step closer to mission completion. Deploying equipment package.
Yeah, so I know that probably seems insane what just happened there, so casually. Um, the logic is I'm paying attention to where my health is. I know how much health I have and when I last stemmed. And really, if you just pay attention to this, you turn into a monster. You're an absolute animal.
Last reload.
Don't want to get killed by my own Gatling there.
Tactical asset near your location.
And that's going to be just escape cover for us. We want them to stop following us. I didn't realize how hard it would be to play this game at this level and talk at the same time, narrating my plays. Now, gas usage I abuse consistently, constantly. You should be abusing gas. Like this, I'll come here and bully these creatures. Like, that's bullying what I'm doing right here. And remember, at level 13, the Scythe is high capacity mag and whatever else. So the best version of the Scythe you get very early. You don't have to level it up very much. So it is a very good option if you want something to hold off. I call it EMS there because I need them to block off any residuals from that shit. And I'm actually going to do a on-site gas mines. I just really don't want to deal with these guys. Part of my gameplay style is just not really feeling in the mood to deal with anything. And acting almost whimsically lazy about it. And, you know, there's a beauty in that. Getting clipped by our Gatling.
Say hello to democracy.
Okay. Of course, it's only me that could kill me. I understand.
Democracy has landed.
Yeah, the Gatling is an interesting use, and I'm going to try and kill this motherfucker before he calls anybody. And you see, I'm putting down things I need. I'm doing things I need. I'm putting a resupply outside of here because I know I'll need it. I'm calling in things ahead of time. I'm planning. Everything I do is working toward the next thing I need done. So that's really, it's an aggressive playstyle, and it tends to work out well, as you're seeing. I mean, I'm doing solo on something that's very difficult with this method. And I play this way even solo. I mean in a group, my bad. My solo play I'm doing now is how I play in a group as well. Just quick. It's just way faster with a group, as you can imagine. You know, I'll leave that there. We might actually come back here, but I doubt it. We're skipping all the sides because I have 4 lives, obviously. And if I get overrun and lose the gas backpack or lose lives, this is not great. And as you can see, I'm consistently checking what everything is at. I have gas mines, EMS, and sentry. I'm not going to waste those. There's no reason to call these if you don't have to. Every single action you do should be leaning toward the objective itself. Getting the objective done. Surviving. Ammo usage. We don't have to worry about ammo usage because of the scythe. And you know that's a method. I freed up a slot. Right? I have a Gatling and an EMS and gas versus losing one of those in exchange for a supply backpack. These choices, you know, they're personal. They're personal choices. It's just I hate dealing with ammo. I used to use the sickle a lot. The sickle was a very good weapon for me for most of the time playing this game, but they kind of nerfed it into being a little worse. I think the scythe is better now. When shriekers come at you like that, you can just crouch and they lump up together. Crouching is the unsung hero of my strategies. Really, as you've seen me play, I do a lot of crouching. It's to limit sway. I want to make sure my shots are connecting. I want ammo conservation. I spread those. So it looks like I even missed, but guard dog will get it. I do not want them calling and there we go. Yeah. Not the best outcome, but not the worst either. You know, and look at what I did. I set up a Gatling there. I'm even going to put some of my gas grenades down. I want to give space for that Gatling. And I don't want them taking out that mortar, so I'm going to focus on these guys.
How'd you like to taste some freedom? Last reload.
Deploying equipment package.
Okay. I need to get up here for the resupply. So I noticed there's chargers now. So obviously I was using the ultimatum because I knew I could resupply myself. Otherwise I wouldn't be using it on average enemies. I will have to kill everything here. Otherwise I'm not really going to get an ability to have these civilians survive any meaningful way. Gas grenade against the wall. I'm gonna enter this while I'm here. Okay, never mind. Again, at my feet. At my feet, gas. I'm gonna run kind of away from them. Okay, we got a Gatling. That'll help us clear it out.
Out of ammo.
You see, ultimatum is quite useful. And another, oh my god, dude. Oh my lord. We might be fighting for quite a while, but that'll be entertaining at least. Oh my god. I need to get back to that resupply.
Last reload.
Okay. I'll land on his back.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
It won't let me, nice. It's alright.
Point me to the enemy.
Got his ass.
Throwing grenade. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Okay, we have 24 minutes to figure this shit out.
Last reload.
They're spawning up here? Nice.
My life.
Deploying sentry.
Don't kill me, Gatling, please.
Last
Yeah.
reload.
Bing. No? Okay. What is this?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Democracy has landed.
Even getting this terminal going has been fucked up.
Sending down equipment package.
Now, if I stick close to these guys, the gas will kind of distract the bugs.
You must not allow our civilians to perish.
That was not fun.
Deploying minefield. Stand clear.
That's why Predator strains so hard in solo.
Last reload.
I mean, we're going for it, right? But I had zero faith going into this, but it looks okay right now. 2 lives. And none have spawned right now, so if we could keep that going, then we might get a dub on this. It's very stressful.
Reload.
The fact that I'm even able to do shit like this sometimes is consistently alarming for me, that I've put so much time into this game. I mean, it's one of the best games I've ever played, truly. So we got half. Putting another mortar down, just keep them away. It's really the plan here. I think there's a duration between when the bug breaches can't even spawn. So we should be good to just grind out these citizens at least close to the high 20s.
At 20 minutes remaining.
Okay. These mines are also going to go that direction.
Deploying minefield.
I don't want them calling a breach. That'd be very bad. We're at 19 of 30. So the mines are working. Gatling's off. That's not great. I'm going to shoot blindly in that direction. Try and proc some burn. We got this handled. And I am going to throw a Gatling that direction still. I believe that they will spawn. If they do spawn, they're going to spawn from that direction. Yep, there we go. See? Some residuals left. They're going for my mortar. I don't think they got it. Okay. It's fine that they got that, because they're not going to get the Gatling now unless something horrible happens. Okay, so it'll be 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so this should be the last batch, and then we did it. I can't believe it. What a hard-earned victory this will be. I mean, good golly.
You will never destroy our way of life.
And that's a wrap. So we're gonna head to extract right next to us. Call it a day.
Freedom spreads yet further.
So that's an entire solo operation with Predator Strain. Quite good. We'll see if we can extract from this even. I feel like just doing the showing you the eggs was too cheap. And look at how the planning worked out. The actual application, it was functional. The scythe did good, the proc burn to do damage, and then the gas kept them distracted. Our ammo conservation, it just wasn't even an issue.
Deploying minefield. Stand clear.
And same logic with my sentry placements. Gas mines, you want to keep it in choke points. Just put it in the tight areas where you know they're going to flow. Because the enemies function like water, like I said earlier. So we're going to keep them flowing in a singular direction.
Pick up at extraction zone.
Make them come to you and make them encounter your threats. Instead of reacting to them, make them react to you. That's the key thing here. And before I make another mistake, you call in resupplies all the time. You have to. Constantly. EMS is going to alert me where they are. I guess right here.
That's called democracy.
And Scythe just does so good. It's one of the best guns in this game. Not even an argument. He was going to do a bug breach. I stopped him. See that? But the one behind is doing one. I can hear it. So that's going to be a Gatling right there. I picked up ammo for another ultimatum shot. I don't want to use these for that.
Say hello to democracy.
And I had a Gatling in the middle of that, which is kind of funny.
Throwing grenades.
And I'm going to line this entire area with gas grenades. And pick up more. Stalker killed my mortar, so that sucks, but it was a little bit past its use case. We are going to actually mine ourselves. These things have to happen. Stalker's annoying. I'm actually leading them back into these mines. So again, they flow like water. So I just led them back to the gas mines, and it should be doing the work for us. We're gonna just hit flames. Again, I'm going to push them into the gas mines. Throwing a mortar out, picking up my supplies. Being cognizant of how much I have. I know they're behind me, so I run up this hill, get some distance. Okay. I have a Gatling soon. I'm going to move them this way, right? I want them to hit my shit. There's an impaler. I need to kill that. I might even activate it myself. The stalkers do not change their aggro at all. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Okay. Alright. So we are going to run around. I do plan to survive this. And we're going to stem. And we're going to... Where's the shot? Okay. This is going to be sketchy. I think we do fine here. Yep. We do just fine. Gassing it down, picking up stems. And there we go. Alright, so that's a solo Helldive Predator Strain. Arguably the hardest thing in the game, even with 4 people, doing it solo. Not a map clear, not deathless, not John Helldiver. Even being able to do this is good enough for me. So hopefully some of my tips and tricks, watching me play, hopefully that did something for you. And if you like this content, you know, let me know. I'll make more long form videos over just posting clips. So with that, I hope you have a incredible day, weekend, night, morning, whenever you watch this. Have a good time.